All right, we're going to try this one more time. I guess I didn't have a good reception. I don't know. We'll see. Is anybody coming on? We'll see. Delaney, what's going on, Delaney? Did you fall off the wagon again? What? Are you back on? Are you off? You on? You off? You got to talk to me, kid. Just driving to my old stomping grounds. Got a family reunion kind of thing to go to. The wife is having to take the niece to the airport a little bit later this afternoon, so she'll try to meet me down there, but I don't think she'll be able to make it. So how's everybody today? Is everybody's ketoing going well? Are we running into hiccups? Having any issues with keto? Having any? How about that? You guys get to hear my updates. She just speaks them out no matter what she does. Anybody got any questions? Any concerns? Any comments? I got no comments. Not one comment. 4 people, nobody. I'm hearing some bone broth to go with lunch. Oh, you're heating up some bone broth? That's cool. Bone broth is so healthy for you. Trying to figure out how to do elimination diet, and stay keto. On your sheet. All right. Hey, Derek, what's going on? Let's see. What is the elimination diet? They just call it something else. Am I there? Am I back with you guys? It appears so. I don't know how I look. Derek is a 1 meal a day guru. Derek has been kicking ass with that 1 a day thing. Let's see. Anybody got any? Hold on. Let me share this with. I'm gonna try to share this. I'm back. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. Well, you are, Derek. You are the guru on one a day. I don't know how you do it, but I just don't. You fast 3 hours and you eat. It's so big. Basically, you eliminate foods to see if you have any allergies or intolerances to food. I got you. And then you just want to do that every so often. I wish my face was looking much thinner. Let's see. Something a new doctor wants you to do. Yeah, they always want to do something like that, don't they? They can't admit that, oh, sorry, we told you to eat carbs for 40 years. Sorry, we screwed up your gut. Sorry, we screwed up your metabolism. Sorry, we lied to you. We told you stuff we had no idea what to say or why we even said it. Yeah, those great mistakes they made. So anyway, I'm heading to the park. It's a small park that here in my old hometown, and we're having a family reunion. See how that is. You want to get closer? You want to get closer on my butt? Seriously, dude? Get off me. I don't like that. Why? Look how close he is. You can't see him. He's literally right on my bumper. Not this guy, but this other guy. Literally on my bumper. So anyway, crazy people. They just think they could just ride up on you and make me go faster when I got a truck literally right in front of me. So anyway, seriously, what do you want? I'll go slower. I'll go slower, dude. So rude. Anyway, enough of these idiots. People with kayaks. Cruise, set, go, and we're moving. Sure. Of course, he's from Florida. So what's going on? Nobody's talking. We got people. I couldn't do OMAD. I don't know how to get in enough calories in one meal. It's not about calories, you know that, but it is about how do I get in enough protein. That's my issue with the one meal a day. How do I get in enough protein to be sufficient enough? Because once the protein gets digested and goes into the small intestine, it's slowed down. You can't utilize much. So once that's being utilized, it takes a few hours for the body to be able to utilize more protein. So that's my only beef with the one meal a day. I like the idea of uh, fasting for a long time. Maybe Derek can answer some of these questions. How does he feel that? Um, because as far as I know, the science behind the absorption of protein is that you're limited to the amount of protein that your body will absorb. So how can you get in enough protein you can absorb between depending on how good the protein is, depending on your body's need for protein and stuff like that, you're looking at 35 to 40 grams of protein at one time. And I know my body needs more protein than that. I just know it. Because 35 to 40 grams is not a lot of protein. It's about half of what most non-exercising people need. So you have a nagging hunger, but you don't fancy anything. So you have a craving for something. You just haven't figured out what that is. Huh. Could be. It's a good one, Cindy. It's a good one. Yeah. Put in a little bit of sodium. Like I do that Sole water every morning. So really, I'm doing that Sole water. Aw, you know what I did? Forgot my Sole water at home. Oh well. Um, Cindy, you are a plethora of information. You're like Spivey on steroids today. I haven't seen Spivey today either. I wonder where he's at. Probably enjoying his weekend. Look at the mountains. Looking at the mountains. I keep opening the fridge when I say, nah, I get some sodium now, thanks. It's a good idea. I heard that the body can only absorb and use a certain amount of protein at once. It's true. Yep, that is true. Like less than 30 grams? I don't think it's less than 30 grams. I think it's in the ballpark of 30 grams. I think it's on the higher side of 30 grams, possibly to 40. But there were so many protein drinks I remember when I was growing up that were like 50 grams of protein. I'm not saying that that's bad, all right, because you're not going to absorb every gram of protein that you consume, all right? So just because you consume 40 grams of protein doesn't mean your body is going to utilize those 40 exact grams of protein and use them for fixing the muscles. Protein is actually for. Excessive protein goes to sugar. So we want to avoid excessive protein, but we want to eat enough protein to fix our muscles. And that's the issue I have with people tracking calories or, stuff like that. Yeah, Jay. Well, like I said, Derek has mastered the OMAD, so he has a lot of knowledge on it and experience. And to me, I think experience with a way of eating and success story and you know the the knowledge that he gets from doing this diet day in and day out and what he's experiencing, that's like a pot of gold. So we have Derek, and we should use that information that he can give us, because some people are very curious about the one meal a day. I get it. It's so much less thinking, but then you kind of have to get in a lot of food. I've been watching Derek's meals. Like every time I see them, I look at his meals. They're pretty consistent looking. He's got his vegetables. He's got his plate full of like little food in all its little sections, and he's got his little plate off to the side of say pickles, or he's got some sort of food over here, and he's got a little his drink and stuff like that. But and then he always displays his food, and his results are, you know, they're undeniable. Um, Sydney Brown said she was bulimic. I was bulimic for several years. My body just doesn't do hungry, full signals correctly. I get that. Believe it or not, Cindy, a lot of people have I want to put this down a little bit. Have eating disorders. You know, all of us that seem to want to cut our calories and focus on calories, it's kind of an eating disorder. You're so focused on losing weight that you're willing to just keep cutting calories, cutting, until you can't cut anymore. You get into a starvation mode and more. Hence the failure of. Hopefully I'm back. Look, I'm back. Sorry about the lost connection. I'm on the interstate. Um, has anybody used the app Waze? WAZE. If you haven't, it's a great app. It tells you when there's cars stopped on the side of the road. It tells you when there's potholes in the road, or something laying in the road, or even a cop sitting on the side of the road. It tells you a lot of good stuff. Can never go wrong with eating too much fat. People like to say, "Oh, you can't eat too much fat." The keto diet is high fat. Okay, I know I stress this out, and a lot of people are worried. Oh, yeah, but if I eat too much fat, then I won't lose any fat. It's nonsense. Seriously, it's nonsense. You are not. It's really hard on the ketogenic diet when you're listening to your body, when you're trying to do what the body says, and eat too much fat. It's just because eating fat satiates you. It takes away that hunger pain. So if you're eating too much fat, you're not listening to your body, because eating a lot of fat, it makes you so you're not hungry. So I don't know who's eating more fat than they're burning or more energy. They're either consuming enough energy. Um, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, people are like, oh, if you got to cut back on your fat so your body can utilize your own body fat. Stop. Just you know, just relax with that stuff. Um, it's not the way it works. Um, if you're eating a ketogenic diet properly and you're eating high fat, you are not going to eat enough fat for your body to not burn off more fat that day. What you're doing when you eat high fat is you're teaching the body to utilize fat as an energy source. When you start to cut back on the fat, the body doesn't know what you're trying to use for energy. So it'll start to make its own sugar. And that's when it'll take excessive foods. It could take some of the carbs you ate. It could take the excessive proteins that you ate. It could use it could do whatever it wants. So let me just shut her down. I don't need her. I don't know if she's gonna listen to me or not. Um, People think that there's a fat lever and that you have to eat just so much fat, and then and for your body will just automatically magically break down all this other body fat so that it'll automatically just start doing what it's supposed to do. Well, if you're eating more protein, right? If you're eating a very high amount of protein, your carbohydrates, you're sneaking in some sugars here and there, it's going to be tough for the body to maintain a ketogenic state. Okay, um, eating high fat is how the ketogenic diet works. Hey, there's Spivey. Um, um, Eating a ketogenic diet is high fat. That's how it works. It's how it works. So when you want to succeed at a ketogenic diet, cut the carbs down to 20, eat the high fats, keep the proteins at a moderate level. That's it. That's pretty simple. Don't try to figure out that you need a lever to figure out your fat intake, because nobody knows. Nobody really knows. There's some science theories out there on how much fat should we be taking in, how many calories should we be taking in. It's all just you could find 100 different ways of people trying to figure it out. There's the Carbonin theorem, straight line theorem. There's a lot of theorems out there. Carbonin's been out for 60 years or more. Okay, as for as long, and it's still called the Carbonin theorem or the Carbonin formula or something. It's not proven. It's not a fact. Okay, um, don't assume that if you cut down on your fats, that your body will automatically start removing fat from your body. Okay, don't assume that's going to happen, because the body will do what's easiest for it, and utilizing your body fat is not the easiest approach. All right, so teach the body, keep giving it fat, and the fat on your body will slow. This isn't a race. This isn't, oh, I got to lose a pound a day, I got to lose 2 pounds a day. No, that's, for one, it doesn't work. It doesn't work out so well that way. It doesn't usually it just doesn't work. We'll stick with that. Um, yeah. Um, I get so many people that think uh, if you eat too much fat, you're not going to utilize your own body fat. There is some truth to that. If you eat too much fat, yeah, too much. Okay? But the whole point is that if you're listening to your body, you're not able to eat too much fat. Okay? Unless you're just, ignoring all the signs. If you're just not paying attention, if you're not thinking about what you're doing, you want to think about what you do. Okay? You want to think about this. I've turned that volume all the way down to 0. The navigation will still talk. Um, eating eating on the ketogenic diet is really hard to eat a lot of food. It's really hard. Okay. Um, so it's really hard. I just don't understand how people can. Um, where am I going? I don't even know. I forget. They've added new ways in and new ways out. All this other stuff. Let me see. Let's see if I can get in this one. I think I can. Yep. So if you want to figure out a diet or a way of eating that's going to benefit you, learn the keto diet. Just learn it. So many people are trying to do a keto, and then they're trying to do the carnivore, and then they're trying to do I don't know, paleo on top of this, and then they're trying to do fasting too soon, or they're trying to do all this other stuff. But I'm on a bumpy road, so it just doesn't make any sense to me. All right, stick with a diet that works. I'm telling you right now, the ketogenic diet will work. It will work for you. You just have to do it right. I have arrived at my destination, everybody. So I am going to park my car, say goodbye to y'all. Hope everybody has a great day. I'm going to park my car by a tree over here. And we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Eat some fat today. Eat lots of fat. Okay? When you start to eat more fat, you're going to realize that um, you're going to lose more weight. All right, guys. Have a good day. We'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Bye.